fan man. Okay, and what I want to talk about is someone asked me. Well, actually, I heard it from off MJ Ferngirl TV. Okay, I hope she don't kill me for this. That I'm stealing all of her ideas. But what this here is about the question somebody asked me: do I like Ghost better than Thriller, or is to me Thriller better than Ghost? Okay, I had my thoughts about that, and I said to myself, I really can't compare. And that person said I was talking to, they said, well, how come you can't compare? I know all of the songs was good. Michael Jackson, I'm talking about. Okay, I know all of the songs was good, but what I didn't know was, what is your favorite song when you take and think of Ghost and Thriller? And I said, let me first tell you the story that I basically tried to tell you before. Okay? How I looked at it was, first, there was the Jackson. That's when they started getting ready. And I had heard them, and then they made it to the Jackson 5. And that right there was good for me. And I heard this song, and I like it. But their mother didn't like that song, but still, she was happy for them, and that went on. But soon, when they came to Jackson 5, a time came to where Jermaine stayed at Motown, and the other brothers, they went to, what is it, Epic Records, CBS? I forget what you call it. Well, anyways, there was 4 to me, and then the little brother, Randy, he had came, and the 5 was back. There was other Jacksons and stuff like that, but they all stayed family, but they was in separate groups. Now, I was thinking and thinking and thinking, after, Michael Jackson seemed to leave the group, I figured the Jackson was all done. And that right there wasn't the case. Each of them had, things to do, and they was always included, in basically everything they do, except for the Wiz. Okay? The Wiz, Michael Jackson done with Diana Ross. And Diana Ross was basically, when they was younger, when they was the Jackson 5, she used to take care of them. And Michael, he had a big crush on her. Well, anyways, they played in the Wiz, okay? And then they went off. That's where Michael Jackson had met Quincy Jones. Well, that right there blew into Off the Wall, okay? And then, because, it was much needed, because it was said, I think by Sony, that all that Michael Jackson knew how to do was R&B. And with R&B and stuff like that, you can't take and getting the Grammys. You can get awards, but you can take, and it has to stay, just on the R&B side. And R&B, and the things that you got a Grammy for was different. You know, they was real different. So basically, you know, in Thriller, there was songs in there that sounded a little bit on the rock style, but other songs and stuff like that, you know, because Michael was very creative, and there was some like that, you know, like a lot of surprises as you go down the street. Well, anyways, when I got to Ghost and Thriller, basically I couldn't compare the two because they don't compare. From the beginning, it was like an episode. Okay, there was one part was the same as the other part, but you know, like it was added to the first part, and then the second part had an addition to it, which was the third part, and it keeps on going like that. And so I seen Ghost, and I really couldn't compare the two, is because there was foundations, there was episodes under that, but yet they were still the same story. Okay, so it's like me comparing myself against me. It can't be done. It's you can't do that. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna answer a question, and your question should be answered why I can't compare the two. But I do like them both. But can you imagine that when Thriller was made, there was no Ghost around to compare with, you know? But Ghost came after Thriller. It wouldn't have been no Ghost if there wasn't a Thriller. You know? That right there is, you know, like the thing. And so bottom line is that I look at Ghost as basically a part of what Thriller was. You know, people start to write a story, and then they have a chapter 2, and you're like a chapter 3, and so on and so. That's how it goes. Now, I'm gonna try to get this here a little straight. But anyways, if you have any questions, you know, to ask me, basically you can probably remind me of some stuff that I didn't really think about, you know, about Ghost in Thriller. I didn't want to try and take you to the long story because I talked about it before, about, you know, how I really look at things. I just, you know, like in order to explain on how I looked at things, but I'm trying to look at favorites and, you know, like things like that. But, you know, give me a little while, give me a little time and stuff like that, and, you know, I'll pick out what my favorites are. You know, I heard some things, but, you know, they were good things. And I want to mention